Megyn Kelly has weighed in on Meghan Markle's failed plan.
She's absolutely ruthless.
But today felt like the perfect day to address a theory that many people out there have been speculating on, that Meghan Markle has lied about her age. Is she actually older?
We've got to talk about Meghan Markle.
I remember when she was born, big new addition to the family, and we just have a very young sister here.
And not a surprise here because, yeah, she lies a lot about her stuff. We've caught her in so many lies. Her own sister has come forward, her family, everybody is exposing the lies that she's been telling.
There's nothing original here.
I hope you're having the best birthday you've ever had. Thank you for everything.
Which is really such a fake when she was younger.
Hi, Daddy.
Congratulations. I got an English award.
100% a bully brat.
And it would only make sense that she might lie about this. Would it be such a big deal? Is it true? Well, thankfully, Steph the Alternate has compiled a slideshow. Let's actually get to the truth of this issue. And it's a surprise. Here we go.
We've got to talk about Meghan Markle. And this time, it's not about her Netflix flop, her jam jars, or even the royal family throwing shade from Buckingham Palace. No, this one's about something far juicier and far more permanent, her age. See, Megyn Kelly didn't just weigh in on Meghan Markle's brand, she detonated it. With one savage line, Kelly looked into the camera and basically said, "Is Meghan Markle even telling the truth about how old she is?" Boom. Not a birthday wish, a birthday bomb.
She thinks if we just know her, again, like we're going to like her. Okay, show me the friends who know you, who have stuck by you. Who's still in your life? There's not even a family member. They're all gone. Everyone who knew you either fled from you or they were dumped by you.
I would have loved to have had siblings. That's why I'm so excited to be pregnant, so that Archie has someone.
Now, when you build an empire on authenticity, but people think your entire birth year might be photoshopped, that's not gossip. That's a scandal. And the internet, it's eating it up like free popcorn on premiere night. So buckle up, because this isn't just about whether Meghan's 44, 46, or 50. It's about how one salsa club photo, a suspicious birth certificate, and a palace cover-up rumor turned the Duchess of Sussex into the Duchess of Deception.
Yeah, she had a very clear idea of where she wanted her path to take her.
For the longest time, she wanted to be a dancer.
I just made a little mark on my board and said, oh, there's another lie, click.
Let's rewind. Northwestern University, early 2000s. A salsa club group shot. Just a bunch of students smiling, throwing peace signs, dripping in nostalgia. But when the internet pulled this photo up in 2025, something looked off. Most of the faces in that picture were born in the early 70s, meaning they're now comfortably in their early 50s. But right there, blending into the back row, is Meghan Markle. Officially, she was born in 1981, which should make her noticeably younger. Except, plot twist, she fit right in.
Meghan Markle has nothing.
Someday Meghan's going to realize that she's obviously missing out.
I think when I was 30, if I thought about 50, I thought that is an awful long way away. And I don't really need to think about it. And then I blinked and I'm 50. That's crazy.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Fans say that's not coincidence. That's evidence. Evidence of what? A fudged timeline, a missing chapter, a birth year that doesn't quite add up. And once people smelled smoke, they started digging for fire. That one salsa photo became the Zapruder film of royal gossip. Classmates suddenly didn't line up. Alumni records had dates that shifted around like Harry at a polo match. And suddenly, Meghan's biography started looking less like a timeline and more like a screenplay rewrite.
Well, that's her first wedding in Jamaica. That's one of my favorite pictures. I'd like to have that experience with my granddaughter.
Very obvious. You're so dumb. We're not all as dumb as you think we are.
But is this true? There is a rumor she's actually older, so let's examine what's out there. This is a copy of 17 magazine, and it was published in March of 1997. In it, it mentions our Megsy is from Los Angeles and that she was 21 years old at the time of publication.
Now, here's where it gets royal. Hollywood casting directors, they don't care if you shave a few years off. But Buckingham Palace? Oh, they care. When Meghan married into the monarchy, palace staff reportedly noticed the inconsistencies too. See, royals run on paperwork, birth certificates, marriage licenses, generational records that are supposed to last centuries. So when Meghan's documents started, let's just say, shifting, alarms went off.
I believe she had a clear motive for writing family off because it would seemingly justify and perhaps delay the revelation of all of the lies that she had told the royal family.
That would make her birth year at around 1976. However, why is it saying here she was born 5 years later in 1981? Is she 42 years old or is she closer to 47 years old?
It was planned from the beginning.
Case in point, Archie's birth certificate. At first, totally normal. Listed Rachel Meghan Markle. Standard. But weeks later, poof, the name's vanished. Replaced by Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. Excuse me? Birth certificates are not Instagram bios. You don't update them for aesthetic vibes. Critics pounced. If she could edit her kid's birth record, what else was up for grabs? Her year of birth? Her graduation dates? Maybe even her Hollywood resume.
So before she met Harry, you had no doubt she was your sister?
My little sister, though, I said.
Any family members or friends about feeling deceived by Meghan?
And just like that, the fairy tale stopped looking like Cinderella and started looking like a cover-up. Of course, once the rumor escaped into the wild, the internet did what it does best, roasted into oblivion. On TikTok, edits of Meghan's 1981 birth year were spliced next to that salsa club photo with captions like, "Math is hard, isn't it?" Memes comparing her to Benjamin Button went viral, claiming she's aging backwards faster than Hollywood CGI.
Meghan is living a life that she's winning and she's doing all these great things, but the reality is not that. The reality is she's a joke.
It's rather lofty to suggest the ability to align with issues of
Reddit threads lit up with users comparing her to actresses who lie about their age to get roles. Except Meghan didn't just get a role. She got a royal title. And suddenly, the irony was too delicious. Fans who once defended her, now they felt duped. One viral comment summed it up. "We thought she was the victim. Turns out, she's the director of the whole play." Ouch. And when the internet stops laughing with you and starts laughing at you, that's when reputations implode.
Everything she's done has only drawn more speculation and brought the controversies back up.
In a Newsweek article that looked at this very same question, it looked at what her sister, Samantha Markle, has said. Samantha has called out many of her lies. And about her age, in her book, Samantha Markle says in the diary of Princess Pushy's sister, she confirms the year of Meghan's birth is 1981, not 1976. So Meghan's own sister corroborates the official date as per Google.
Now, here's the bigger picture. In Hollywood, shaving off a few years is practically a rite of passage. Studio contracts have been rewritten over birthdays since the golden age. Nobody blinks. But royalty? Totally different ballgame. The monarchy runs on legitimacy, bloodlines, history books, centuries of records. When your whole brand is tradition, fudging your birth year isn't a makeover, it's a constitutional crisis.
She's stuck because she was an actress who became a real princess, who wants to be an actress again, but has to continue to pretend to be a real princess.
And Meghan built her public image on being authentic, a modern duchess who spoke her truth against the stuffy palace machine. But the receipts tell a different story. Multiple birth years floating around, 1975, 1979, 1981. Missing photos, alumni records that clash, a PR team constantly releasing just the right pictures at just the right time. Instead of authenticity, it started to look like editing. Instead of transparency, it looked like control. And when you're trying to be the people's duchess, that's a fatal vibe shift.
That was her goal, #goal, to marry Prince Harry.
For the longest time, she wanted to be a dancer.
Then came the lawsuits. Samantha Markle dragged Meghan into court for defamation. Suddenly, lawyers were digging through records like they were auditioning for CSI Royal Edition. And with every document pulled up, the whispers about Meghan's age gained more credibility. Journalists piled on. Piers Morgan couldn't stop gloating. tabloids went into overdrive, even neutral outlets started sliding shady one-liners into their coverage, like, "Confusion continues to surround the Duchess's timeline." Translation? They're not buying the official story either.
A lot of people, though, say that Samantha Markle had since revealed Megsy's true age in her court documents as part of the defamation suit against her that's happening. This is false. Here you can see that Samantha is 58 years old, born in 1964. The court documents from Samantha, she confirms there is a 17-year difference in age, which would make Meghan's year of birth being 1981.
And Meghan's PR team? Scrambling. Insiders claimed they were monitoring alumni forums, flagging any threads where her name popped up with suspicious dates. But the harder they pushed, the louder the backlash got. Classic Streisand effect. One critic nailed it. This isn't palace bullying. This is Meghan being sloppy with her own receipts. And when gossip turns into a case study, that's when you know the brand is breaking.
August 4th, 40 years ago, Meghan was born, and she was born as a C-section, so she was put in my arm.
Here's the nightmare scenario. What if Meghan didn't just shave off a few years for vanity? What if she actually fooled the monarchy? Because let's face it, Hollywood lies about ages every day. But the Windsors, they've already survived Diana, Andrew, and Harry's Netflix confessions. The last thing they need is a Duchess accused of rewriting her own biography.
Usually extremely dominant, and they know how to play the vulnerability card.
And now, the fallout is financial. Streaming giants like Netflix and publishers who banked millions on Meghan's brand of authenticity suddenly have a problem. Authenticity doesn't sell when the receipts say otherwise. Nobody wants to bankroll the Duchess of Deception.
But she is a malignant narcissist who cannot get enough of herself while she simultaneously plays the victim.
The cultural irony cuts even deeper. Meghan claimed to be breaking barriers, fighting against ageism, rewriting the rulebook. But if she actually lied about her age, she didn't challenge the system, she bent to it. Instead of smashing royal traditions, she became another actress editing her story to fit the role. And history loves irony. Meghan wanted to be remembered as a barrier breaker. Instead, she risks being remembered as the Duchess who couldn't even keep her birthday straight.
Did you notice that at the end of every episode, it says, like, the starring Meghan, Duchess of Sussex?
Yes.
That's how she's billed.
So here's the brutal truth. Age rumor isn't going away. It's snowballing. From salsa club photos to royal birth certificates, every receipt adds another crack in the illusion. Meghan wanted a fairy tale, but the story the internet loves is simpler. The Duchess who got caught editing her own life. And if you think this is the end, think again. Because every time Meghan makes headlines, those salsa photos, those alumni threads, and those birth certificates come roaring back. So what do you think? Is Meghan really 44? Or has she been playing the biggest role of her life? Duchess of Deception. Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Because with Meghan Markle, the story never ends.